Thanks for inviting us in. College students across our state tonight have a lot more on their minds beyond grades and the next tailgate. Concerns over sexual assaults are now among the highest we've ever seen. Tonight, students are calling on school leaders to make a real change. So for tonight's big story, we want to take a look into the latest student demands and these shocking numbers showing how common assaults really are on campus. But first at 11, we want to head to West Lafayette. That's where Purdue students stood together to support survivors tonight.
The organizers of Tuesday's vigil in March, Me Too Purdue, say many of these incidents of sexual assault and rape go unreported, and they want victims to know they hear them, even in their silence.
What do we do when they attack? Fight back!
A few hundred Purdue students decided not to stay silent, though, at this march on campus.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Instead, using their voices to speak out against what they say is a problem at Purdue. Is rape and sexual assault a problem at Purdue?
Yes, 100%. And I think we're seeing that because
Purdue sophomore Grace Gognauer came to the march amidst recent reports of sexual assaults and rape on Purdue's campus since the start of the school year.
I'm with her!
According to Purdue police records, 4 of those happened at unknown fraternity houses or on David Ross Road, which is lined with Greek housing. Tuesday night's march led students, including Gognauer, up that same road.
I was assaulted my freshman year at a fraternity on Purdue's campus, and I didn't come forward for over a year. I didn't report it to the university, and like I said, it took me a year to even tell my friends or my family about it.
What we're trying to do tonight is really show the victims that we are listening to them, and that if Purdue's not hearing them, we are.
I'm here to support any person who has ever gone through something like this.
I fight for 18-year-old me who thought she was going to have to spend the rest of her life suffering in silence.
Me Too Purdue has called for the university to put more measures in place to address the issue of rape and sexual assault. Among them, a requirement that all students pass a consent and misconduct test at the start of each school year.
Purdue, with that big power and influence, they can do such a better job in a bigger movement to help all these things.
I think it's a terrible thing to happen to anyone, and we want to do our part to help stop that and kind of, speak out against that, show our support.
I think this speaks to Purdue's community that so many students are willing to come out on a weeknight and support this cause.
We've seen students at several Indiana college campuses raise concerns about sexual assaults since the beginning of the fall semester. Just last month at IUPUI, students held a peaceful protest after an increase in reported attacks, including one right outside of a dorm. Students are now calling on the school to install cameras in every stairwell, hallway, and elevator.
Cameras have been talked about for years, but they haven't done it. And today we hope to change that.
And just a couple of weeks ago at IU's Bloomington campus, students shared concerns about a lack of information from police about a rise in assaults. About 24 reported just in the last 2 months.
Just having conversations with friends, classmates, peers, I think that there's a lot of fear for women on campus right now.
Current police reports reveal when assaults take place, along with vague location descriptions. Police tell us this is standard practice to protect the people reporting those attacks.
This is an issue impacting college campuses nationwide. According to RAIN, 13% of students experience some kind of sexual assault during their time at school. And more than half of college assaults happen around this time, between August and November. The group It's On Us works to combat assaults on campus through awareness and education. Right now, Purdue's campus in Lafayette and IU Bloomington both have local chapters. If your campus isn't enrolled, you can still use their website to sign up, get educational tools and resources to report and help survivors of abuse. They also offer tips for self-care after an assault. We have a link posted for you right now on WTHR.com. And that wraps up tonight's big story.